Sean and Ben in the zone, talking Notre Dame football beneath the golden dome. Blue and gold forever, the passion only grows. Welcome to the Irish Brothers Show, and here we go!
What's up, everyone? I am Sean Moriarty.
I am Benjamin Walters. Welcome in to the Irish Brothers Show.
Now, first things first, you guys, we're going back to a little bit of the formalities here. You guys know the drill. Subscribe if you haven't done it yet. Like or dislike the video for algorithm purposes. And make sure you hit that bell icon so you're notified of when we upload new material. And let me tell you guys something. You're really going to want to do all of that stuff because even though I'm sure you guys have probably seen a little or have gotten a little taste of it and have seen some things, we got some changes coming. But that's going to come at a later date. So right now we have some bit more Notre Dame business to talk. And Ben, we've been pretty busy with the shorts and the videos in the past day and a half, haven't we?
Yes, we have. Notre Dame, country, nation, whatever you want to call it, is a buzz.
Oh, yes, it is. And let's start with the obvious news. Jeremiah Love, even though he might have played his last game as a member of the Fighting Irish, he's been officially invited to New York for the Heisman Trophy ceremony. But no matter what happens, I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen the odds yet. They might be a little bit against him, but just the fact that he's there is awesome.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I'm happy for him. And you know, sky's the limit for Jeremiah Love, so nothing but mad props and pride for him. So.
And I got to tell you though, I am really going to miss him, and Jadarian Price both. If Jadarian chooses to leave, I mean, yes, of course, it's not official yet because who knows? J Love could surprise all of us and come back, even though I'm not banking on it, but. All I can say is if this is indeed his last year with Notre Dame, thank you, J Love, and what a way to end it.
Yeah.
Invite to the Heisman Trophy ceremony. But, Ben, as awesome as that is, especially in the what's been a shitstorm the past day and a half, you know, J Love being a true bright spot, some shit hit the fan today, as we were talking about off screen, and all of us saw it today with the big news with Pete Bevacqua and some things that he had to say.
Yep. Yeah, it's really been a crazy 24 hours-ish, you know, since the playoff snub for Notre Dame. And Pete Bevacqua was pretty vocal in the whole situation that was Notre Dame being left out of the playoffs, and he was really pointing the finger at the ACC. So there's that. Saying that they have a damaged relationship with the ACC now that has created permanent damage and a strain. Pretty powerful words.
Well, they didn't really stick up for Notre Dame all that much.
No, they didn't. I mean, Dan Orlovsky, I think that's how you pronounce his name.
Sounds right, yep.
He was talking on ESPN, and he felt like the Irish were legit snubbed. And he said that it's a twofer. I mean, it's not just the ACC. I mean, the committee screwed Notre Dame.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And the big issue is, and he made a great point with this, is you can't go for 5 weeks and say you're quote unquote better than Miami in the rankings, and then at the final day, in the final hour, you go, no, you're not, and you give Notre Dame this false sense of security and this false hope of playoffs, only to pull the rug out at the very end. So there's that. But the ACC was right along there with it too. I mean, they were saying Miami deserved the head-to-head nod, and Miami was an ACC team, and Notre Dame wasn't, and yada, yada, yada. And we have this relationship and this agreement with the ACC, and the ACC is not treating us like one of the teams. So it's embarrassing. It's absolutely embarrassing because you now have all three of your blue bloods, if you want to call them that, in the ACC conference, mad at the ACC.
Yeah, and of course, those three being Miami, Clemson, and even though we're not a full member, Notre Dame.
Well, I was going to think more Florida State than Miami because, I mean,
well, you got four.
Miami was good in the 2000s, but I mean, up until about now, they've been pretty mediocre in the ACC.
Well, yeah.
Okay. And that's not me taking a shot. That's just fact. I mean, Miami has been pretty average or below average, which is just crazy to me because, once again, name alone. But, yeah. And Florida State and Clemson have legit been trying to get out of the ACC.
Yeah.
And now enter Notre Dame.
Yeah.
And
so three blue bloods and one.
And Miami's
one blue blood
I don't disagree. I don't disagree. Yeah. I mean, but Miami hasn't been actively trying to get out either.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. What I meant to say was 3 full members, 1 business partner.
Yeah,
that's what I meant. That's what.
Yeah, 3 full members. Yes, would be yes. Miami, Florida State, and Clemson. But Miami is kind of a wild card in this situation, and seems to be pretty neutral, if you will. So yeah, but the ACC has no one but themselves to blame. I mean, I think it's sour grapes. That's what I think it is. I mean, obviously, we joined the ACC in 2020 when COVID hit, and there almost wasn't a season. And I know that the ACC was trying to woo us as a full-time member in football. And then when we didn't do it, and we dropped them and went back to our independence, they were salty.
Yeah.
And
that sounds about right.
I feel like this is a get back at Notre Dame situation, but really all you're doing is hurting yourself, because all it takes is an angry Notre Dame team to go and become an official member in some other conference, whether it's the Big 12, whether it's the Big 10, whether it's the SEC. And what does that do in a domino effect with Clemson and Florida State?
Yeah, if in that scenario we leave to go somewhere else, whether we get the same deal as we do now, that's up for debate.
Right.
But, yeah,
that's the lawyers of both sides. But yeah, I mean,
regardless, you bring some teams with you.
Right. And let's say hypothetically, Notre Dame joins the Big 12, because right now the Big 12 is quote unquote lacking, that legit blue blood program that they once had, because they had Oklahoma, Nebraska, and Texas. And then first they lost Nebraska to the Big 10, and now they've lost Texas and Oklahoma to the SEC.
And they got the Arizona schools back.
Yeah, which, I mean, in other sports is good, but in football, if we're talking specifically football.
No. I take that back. The Arizona schools were in the Pac-12.
Yes.
So I meant like Colorado, and I think there was somebody else.
They got Colorado back. Yes. And that was it, because
So pardon me on that flub.
But if Notre Dame goes to the Big 12, hypothetically, okay, does Clemson say, we've been trying to get out, and we want to keep that deal with Notre Dame because of how long we've renewed this matchup?
Yeah.
Let's do it. So, I mean, and it would be awesome to see. I mean, it would be a big FU to the ACC. It would be a big FU to the Big 10,
Somebody's getting FU'd either way.
Yeah. And really, if I'm Notre Dame, what I would do right now is drop all ties to the ACC completely. They clearly don't care. They clearly don't have your best interest at heart. They clearly don't count you as a member, even though you have these agreements. So why give them the time of day? And why not just go back to legitimate traditional independence? Or go join a conference and really stick it to the ACC and join the Big Ten or whatever, and take all of your teams with you and put them in a different conference.
And that's the thing. It's like if we go full independence and don't schedule any of their teams, they probably wouldn't hesitate to kick out the other sports.
Yeah.
That's one problem that you do have.
Right. So you got to figure it all out. But I mean, like we saw though, for almost 2 months, we saw the ACC rally for Miami and not for Notre Dame. So, yeah.
And if that is indeed what this all was about, is that they couldn't woo us and after the COVID year and try to be like, hey, this is what it'll be like if you play in our conference full time. If that is indeed the case, then yeah, they have nobody else to blame but themselves, because listen, they knew what they were getting in us. They agreed to the deal.
Yeah. That
we play 5 or 6 of their teams a year.
Yep.
And we have we maintain most of our independence in football and our Olympic sports, other than hockey, of course, which hockey's a different landscape altogether.
Yeah.
They agreed to it. They knew what it would bring.
Yep.
So, and with all this that's going on with, that you got so many people bad-mouthing Bevacqua, bad-mouthing us Irish fans, saying, oh, it's just sour grapes, you're nothing but a bunch of wusses, you're just picking up your ball and going home like a bunch of babies for not wanting to play in a postseason bowl game. Why should we have to? What do we have to prove to any of you assholes by playing in the freaking Pop-Tarts Bowl?
Yeah.
Why do you want to see us in the Pop-Tarts Bowl?
Yeah.
And listen, I said earlier in a short that I made this afternoon, I would love to see us play one last game to finish out the season.
Right.
But the team voted on it as a team, assuming they did put it to a vote.
It sounded like they did. According to Pete Bevacqua, it sounded like they did.
Okay.
It sounded like it was, captains and, underclassmen and Freeman and his coaching staff. It sounded like it was a legit group decision. And from the way Bevacqua made it sounded like a lot of guys were going to sit out if it was the Pop-Tarts Bowl or whatever, Cheez-It Bowl, No Name Bowl, whatever you want to call it. And why bother?
Yeah.
So,
but of course, the funny part is, Ben, I made the point this afternoon. There's like 10 other teams that are sitting out as well. But of course, just for example, a schmuck Michigan fan came along, which that says it all right there. His opinion was, you guys are just soft. Those other teams have legit reasons, which just proves my point that even though a certain Georgia fan out there that I've been at it with the last day or so that has a big mouth, that just shows that no matter what Notre Dame does, conference or independent, they will always push the goalpost. They will always move it to make an excuse of why, Notre Dame sucks at this or why they're weak. Well, whatever, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yep.
But yeah, no. So all those other schools like Iowa State, they're not playing in a bowl game. Rutgers, Kansas State, Kansas, and so on. Yeah, though they have legit reasons, but Notre Dame can't. Being pissed off and about not making the playoffs, that's not a good enough reason. You're just soft.
Yeah.
No, screw all you people that say that.
Yeah.
And why? And like I said, why do they want to see us in the Pop-Tarts Bowl so bad? So they can laugh at us some more and be like, ha ha, this is where you guys end up. You didn't make the playoffs. So screw it. If I'm Bevacqua and that football team and Marcus Freeman and the staff, screw it. I'm not playing the bowl game either.
Yep. So interesting development that just came across my desk, if you will. ACC has released a statement about Notre Dame. Links will be provided in the description below for people to read stuff, so you don't just think I'm blowing smoke out my ass. In response to Bevacqua, the ACC said, the University of Notre Dame is an incredibly valued member of the ACC, and there's tremendous respect and appreciation for the entire institution. With that said, when it comes to football, we have a responsibility to support and advocate for all 17 of our football playing member institutions and stand behind our conference efforts to do just that leading up to the college football playoff committee selections on Sunday. At no time was it suggested by the ACC that Notre Dame was not a worthy candidate for inclusion in the field, and we are thrilled for the University of Notre Dame while also understanding and appreciating the significant disappointment of the Notre Dame players, coaches, and program as a whole.
So in other words, fuck you, Notre Dame. You're on the back burner.
Yeah.
They have no
But the mere fact that the ACC released a statement tells you how much power Notre Dame holds. Tells you how much power they hold over the ACC. The ACC doesn't want to lose Notre Dame. But now they got to look themselves in the mirror. They have to look themselves in the mirror and go, how do we fix this situation? Because now it is up to the ACC to solve this, not up to Notre Dame.
And you know, it's funny. You know what people are going to say when they hear that? They're going to say, well, this is why we hate Notre Dame, that arrogance, that snobby arrogance that you have. Hey, the ACC came calling us.
Yeah.
In the first place.
Yeah. And, I mean, Notre Dame is independent for a reason because they figured out how to be independent and how to get themselves self-sufficient in this tumultuous landscape that is college football. So, yeah, it's up to them. I mean, I'm totally over this whole ACC situation. And I hope, and call me a hater. You can call me a hater all you want. I don't even care. I hope every ACC team in football loses their bowl game. I hope so. And I hope Miami gets blown out against Texas A&M because I'm done with the ACC. I'm over them.
Well, it's like I said, it's not just the ACC here, and I'm not trying to rehash things because we covered it last night. But, you know, the thing is, we were done wrong by the committee. We were snubbed. And people can say that, make fun of us and say sour grapes all you want to, but deep down inside, even the haters know that what was done is wrong. But they care more about their Notre Dame hate than anything. They don't care about what's right. But yeah, based on this, with if we have no partnership, if the partnership has been destroyed, then I'm with you. Screw them. Screw all those teams. And I'm sorry the teams have to suffer for it. It's more the actions of the leadership in the conference.
Yeah.
So it's not really the teams, it's the conference leaders who run
not personal, it's just business.
Exactly. I couldn't have said it better myself. I wish I had thought to say it. So that was good, Ben. So apparently, I don't know if this is true or not, but apparently Bevacqua has a press conference tomorrow at noon.
I had not heard that, so that's interesting.
Well, that's just what I was I saw that posted a couple of different places. That I don't know if it's true. It could have just been a bunch of rubbish, but I just heard that he was going to be doing a press conference. So besides how much you can do in 24 hours, I don't know, but we'll see. This makes me wonder if there is a press conference. If he does have something to say, it'll be.
He's an employee of Notre Dame, and he's a representative of Notre Dame, so like he can do pretty much anything he wants. It's more like players and how the NIL works and how NCAA laws and rules of the governing body is. But I mean, he can do whatever the heck he wants. If he wants to go talk to the Big 12, he can go talk to the Big 12. Like, I mean, happens all the time. So
But I know most of the comments on this video are probably going to be like, join a conference, join a conference, join a conference, join a conference.
And we'll reiterate it. I mean, we'll reiterate it right here, and we can make this a short and throw it up on YouTube. If joining a conference will make it so we can actually make the playoffs every freaking year, do it. Because that's all that matters. Okay. I don't give two winks about this or that when it comes to Notre Dame football. All I care about is winning that national championship. We haven't won one since '88. Okay. You do what you have to do in the rules and laws of this country to win a national championship. And if that requires you to get out of your comfort zone and to take a little bit of a hit on the money train and join a conference and share revenue to get that championship, then do it. I mean, people think that it's like, well, Notre Dame's going to do what's best for Notre Dame. And if Notre Dame thinks that joining conference is what's best for Notre Dame, then they're going to do it.
Well, and I'll say this too, to the people that are always so pissed off about us being independent and not in the conference full time, I don't know why they're so pissed off at Notre Dame or irritated or whatever. But your real problem should be with the NCAA and the bowl committee. They're the ones that have the power to say, okay, Notre Dame, you must join a conference or else we're not going to let you compete for the national championship.
Yeah.
So they're the ones that aren't doing it. You guys should be pissed off at them. They're the ones offering Notre Dame this stuff. I mean, Mike Golick Sr. said it perfectly when he was still with Mike Greenberg back in 2012 before the start of that season. Notre Dame is being offered all this stuff. So get pissed at the NCAA and whoever else is offering it to them. I don't see why that's so hard to understand. What I mean, are they really supposed to say no, turn down millions of dollars? I don't think so.
Yeah.
So I guess if that makes us arrogant and snobby, then go ahead, call us arrogant and snobby. But
Yep.
your team would do it too. If you were a blue blood and you were offered independence and everything that Notre Dame is getting, you really mean to say you wouldn't take it, especially if you can be self-sufficient?
Yep.
Don't lie and tell me that, oh, no, what's conference loyalty? No, shut up.
Yep.
I've seen enough lies in the past 24 hours. It's ridiculous from, the haters.
Yep. I agree.
But I guess we'll just have to wait and see in the coming days. And if there is a press conference aligned or set up for tomorrow, it's going to be interesting. There may be another video.
Yes, maybe.
But so yeah, was there anything else that we wanted to cover while we're still on, Ben?
I got nothing.
The only other thing I can say is all the conference obsessed freaks, give it a damn rest. So many comments, join a conference, just shut up. You're just looking stupid, even as a troll. It's overused. Just give it a damn rest.
Yeah.
So, with that said, everyone, I'm Sean Moriarty.
I am Benjamin Walters.
And as we always say, every video, no matter the time of things, good or bad, good night, God bless, and go Irish.
Go Irish.